running in the darkness to stay out of the light. Voices all around me trying to tell me I'm fine, but everything inside of me says something's not right. Gotta find myself, trying to find mine. I could see the blue sky.
Good morning, Carrie.
Good morning.
It's so exciting to have you back again. So we're going to talk a little bit about A.S.K this morning, and if you could share with me about Sarah and a little bit about your character.
Sarah, absolutely. Sarah is, she's an actress. I don't want to say struggling because she could be struggling and she could be an actress. But she has just moved in next door to Damien, and she meets Damien just as soon as she's moving in. And she's very intrigued about it. She's intrigued about the human race. That's who she is. That's, I think, why she became an actress. But she's such an interesting character to play with because she explores and discovers the world with this childlike wonder, as in everything is immediate, like children. It's just now and it's happening, which is fantastic. Except the flip side of that is there's no filter.
Right.
So when things come tumbling out of her mouth because she wants to know the answer to a question, or she just has an observation, it's not until it's coming out of her mouth and she's listening to what she's saying and she's like, that might not be appropriate or tactful, but it's not malicious.
Right.
It's just, that's her world, man.
Right.
And I love that about her.
Right.
I love playing with that.
That's great. So share with me a little bit about how you came to be a part of the project.
Sure. Well, I saw the breakdowns, and obviously there's a lot of stuff out there, and you pick and choose. And this was great because it didn't actually have. I don't know how many of you out there are actors, but a lot of stuff, especially for females, is she's got to be 5'9" and gorgeous and twerking ability is a must. Is that, by the way? But this one didn't actually have a name. So it was just, I can't remember, it was either character one or female one or woman number 3 or something. But it actually had a description of her personality.
Sure.
And the biggest thing was the world of acting and the world of real life is sometimes blended or very blurred for this character. I was like, that would be a really interesting concept,
right,
to explore. So I loved that. But I actually auditioned. I missed the first round of auditions. I was in New York, and I actually self-taped. I'm sure it was a bad self-tape because it was on a cell phone. A different character, and then they called me back in to read for Sarah, and it was an amazing audition experience, which again is rare. But it was so much fun. It was I walked in there, first of all, there was like 15 people in the room. I'm like, oh, hello. And it was great, really supportive, and I got to do a read with Adrian, who plays Damien, straight away, and it was, well, I thought the chemistry was there straight away. It was fantastic. It was so much fun to walk out of an audition room going, oh, that was actually enjoyable.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't always happen, right? And there is a chemistry there. I mean, I think it translates on the screen as well. It just feels really natural when you're watching it.
Yeah.
It feels like these people really...
Yeah, and that's why I think that relationship for them works. Because they're both so awkward, socially awkward.
Right.
And so I think that them discovering and falling over themselves, let alone each other, is really interesting to watch and interesting to play with as an actor as well.
Right. Share with me a little bit about working with Julie, the creator, Julie Simpson.
I love being an actor because of the discovery process. So it's so wonderful to have a director who loves that as well. But also a director whose vision is so clear.
Right.
Julie knew exactly what she wanted. She knows exactly who these characters are. And it was, what I love is she didn't tell me everything about Sarah. There's lots of information that I still don't know,
right,
which I'm dying to know. So I love that because she would say, think about these things and and the hobbies that she had created for Sarah, which I thought was brilliant. I'm like, oh, of course. And that helped me define who she was. and help me react the way that she would react. But that's what I loved about Julie, was it was a real co-relationship. It was like, well, this is who I think she is, and then what do you bring to the character?
Sure.
So I love that, and just the conciseness of, she's been living with these characters for a very long time.
Right.
So it was really lovely to have a very clear concept.
That's great.
Yeah.
If you were to describe Ask in 4 words, what would that be?
4 words, as if I ever limit myself to those many words. Dark, sexy, comedy, intriguing.
Wonderful. Great description.
So.
Thank you so much, Carrie.
No worries,
for your
thank
time
you.
Today.
It was lovely.
Thank you.
Trying to find my, but where do I go? When I think I lost my